We're back, and we are very happy today. I'm Joan Eldridge. Yeah, Remax Results.
Oh, I'm Casey Thrash with the Eldridge and Stockwell team of Remax Results.
And good morning. Welcome back. I'm Stephanie Havel with Wells Fargo Home Mortgage.
So Casey and I have decided that we're going to start a side project here. It's called Aerobic Dance in Your Chair.
In your chair. I feel like a woman started that in the 80s, but I don't want to really wear the spandex that she wore.
I'd prefer not to as well. So this could be a great workout for people that have office jobs, too. When they're sitting for too long, you just break into dance.
Exactly.
In your chair.
I have some handheld weights on my desk. I actually do wasn't there a thing like a twist?
Yeah.
I'm probably twisting more my chair than I am my body or something like that. I'm like, wow, I'm really getting a good workout here. It's actually the chair that's moving, not my waistline. Clearly, my waistline is not moving in the way I want it to. But
Yes.
and I digress. Anyways.
Our fabulous Barry, while we were waiting on Stephanie a couple weeks ago, he took some video of Don and I doing some dancing in our chairs, some chair dancing. So that is actually up on our Facebook page if you want to go take a look at that.
I saw the little clips, but I didn't get to watch it yet.
I was in a lot of pain after that, but yeah. You know you're getting old when that happens. Anyways.
Well, and Trevor provided our amazing music, so thank you, Trevor. So let's get into it.
Yeah. All right, Tashana Bennett is with us. She's with Evolve. If you have questions about her product, you can call her at 763-443-4705. You can also email her at tashanabennett@yahoo.com, which is TASHANA.BENNETT@yahoo.com. This will also be on our website, so you can follow up there. Hi, Tashana. How are you?
Hi. Fantastic. Thanks for having me on, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
I'm excited to
be
hear everything that you're doing. And
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
so
tell us about the
tell us about
product?
your business and what
Yeah.
is Evolve and
Yeah. Well, just to give you a little background so that people understand really what Evolve is, it's considered a social business. You guys are familiar with Tom Shoes? You heard of Tom
Correct,
Shoes?
yeah.
Okay. So Tom Shoes is in Macy's, it's in Nordstrom's, it's in all these big retailers, and really what his goal was to tie a purpose, a global impact to his product to be able to have a sustainable funding model. So that's what he did. It's a social business 2.0 model. So every time you buy a pair of shoes, they donate a pair of shoes to someone in a third world country. So basically, that's essentially what we do. We do the same thing. We're focused on whole foods nutrition, so whole body nutrition. And basically, we tie that to the needs of millions of kids around the world. So actually every 6 seconds, a child actually dies from malnutrition, which is just crazy to me.
wow.
I know. It's just nuts. So every serving of all of our products, no matter what it is, directly generates a meal given to a kid for a day. So it's a beautiful program. Unfortunately, in the society we live in, charity is dying. I mean, there literally is a book saying, charity is dying. Because a lot of people are getting donor fatigue. They don't have the money to give, so they give their time. And unfortunately, even though that's a
it's important.
It's purpose, but it's not enough.
Mm-hmm.
And recently we were just in Mexico with Vicente and Marta Fox, who are the former presidents of Mexico, because we're joined together on this effort because they see firsthand what poverty looks like in third world countries. And we were in Mexico and got to visit some of the orphanages, and you guys, it was unlike anything I've ever seen. These poor kids have nothing. They actually had a vision board of themselves with blankets on, because they don't have blankets. I mean, it was
So
bad.
isn't an organization somewhat, I think maybe a lot of people are familiar with Feed My Starving Children. I mean, is that so with Evolve, when you say it gives a meal and it provides a meal, so are there meals packed already that you're sending over to these third world countries? Is that how it is? So when we, like Tom's shoes, you buy a pair of Tom's shoes, it's shoe for shoe, then a pair of shoes gets sent over. So how does that work then? So with your products and,
Yeah, so we have a line of products that we use that the normal person consumes, but that's not the same thing that we're giving to the kids, because obviously they're not really focused on energy, they're focused on malnutrition.
Sure. Okay.
And one of the biggest things that they face is protein. They don't have protein in their food. And so when we were just in Mexico, we actually launched one of the newest products, which is a cereal. essentially. It's called Hope Puffs, and it's basically a protein-based cereal. So it's like eating steak. So it's great for the kids. Tastes good. It doesn't have any sugar in it. It's got a little bit of stevia, which is the good form of it, and it actually tastes like Trix. I was like, "Can I buy this? Like, bring it home. I'll give this to my daughter."
Cereal, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So we've got that, and we've also got it's a powder-based protein. So for some indigenous countries, cereal is not something they eat. They're like, what is this? So this is something they can add into rice or, already prepared food that they had. So it just gives them the right nutrients that they need.
So the products that you have, so with Evolve, what is it exactly that you do for Evolve, or what's involved with your company?
Yep. So a lot of, and we were talking about this a little bit, if you're familiar with the show Fed Up or Sugar Coated or Food Matters, it's all on Netflix. Our society as we know it is overly malnourished. We have so many preservatives in our food, and it's caused so many issues with people having digestive issues. For me, it was like issues with my head, pain, just different discomforts, that kind of thing. And so what our products are to not to cover it up and put a Band-Aid. It provides whole food nutrition to go to the root of the cause, which normally is inflammation. If you look up inflammation, it's the root cause of everything that is going wrong in someone. So our food products, whole foods-based products, are surrounded around gut health and inflammation. So it helps support those healthy things so that you're feeling better. And we actually have Danny Cahill from Season 8's Biggest Loser. He was the person to date that's lost the most amount of weight. I don't know if you guys have followed his story and really what's happened, but he's been on the news a lot lately because what you're seeing with Biggest Losers, or with the people that have won the Biggest Loser, or even just contestants on there, is they're all rebounding. They're all coming back, and the weight's coming back with a vengeance. And that's what a lot of people deal with that are in that category, is they get to a certain point and they plateau. Or they lose all this weight and then they go backwards. And it's because they're not fixing what's called leptin. Leptin is your fat-burning hormone. And so that's really what our program is designed around, is to reset the leptin, which is your fat-burning hormone. And right now it's mostly a sugar burner because of all of the preservatives and stuff that we put in our body.
So do you have, I don't see do you have a website too that we can check it out on?
Yep. So the website is www.youare, Hope, HOPE, so MYEVOLV.com.
Okay, you got to say it one more time because I was writing it down. So your, Y-O?
You Are Hope. So it's www.youarehope.myevolve.com. And that'll go over a lot of the products. It'll go over a lot of the questions around what we call a reboot. Because, when your computer breaks down, what do? You reboot it. You know, if it like freezes up, that's what you kind of do, is you do a reboot. So that's really what this is kind of designed in, what we call is this full system reboot.
And there's no E on the Evolve, correct?
No E.
Okay.
No.
So EVOLV. .com.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So, Whole Foods.
Yep.
You're talking about Whole Foods a lot. What are Whole Foods?
Yep.
Question.
So Whole Foods, it's, we were talking about this on, and the products that we have are centered around a couple different things. It's weight, nutrition, inflammation, energy, and stress. So basically everything that we have is designed not to add more spending to what you're doing. It's just redirecting what you're already doing for breakfast, for lunch, for a snack. So we have a couple different products, which if you go on the website or email or call me, I can kind of go through a little bit of them. But they're all designed to redirect what you're already doing. So things with probiotics, digestive enzymes, no sugar, no preservatives. It's just whole foods way of reigniting it. In fact, one of the products, so when you think about energy drinks like Red Bull, and you basically look at your body as like a bed of coals. And if you pour Red Bull or like a Mountain Dew or something like that onto your mitochondria, it's almost like they just burn up. You just get this burst of energy, and then all of a sudden at 2:00 you're like, please give me energy. You're just dying. And so what these products are designed to do is essentially just add more coals to the fire, the already burning fire, and teach your body to do what nature made it to do, what God made it to do. Just rebuild what you actually already had.
So you have to retrain your body to learn how to react to things that we were meant to eat.
Yep.
We were not meant to eat processed foods. We were not meant to eat added sugars. We were not meant to eat, all the preservatives in the products that we buy. high so that they last longer.
Yep.
And that's one of the things is that I think that people don't understand that, like we were talking about before the show, people say like, 100 calories in is 100 calories out. You know what I mean? The same, it's not, it doesn't work that way. You can eat 4 times as many calories in a day as you do if you're eating something healthy versus if you're eating that, a quarter of that, but you're eating foods that aren't good for you.
Well, and don't they talk to a lot of those supplements like vitamins, like my dentist the other day is like, you need more calcium. You need more calcium. You're eating yogurt, milk, cheese, or whatever. And I'm like, take a calcium pill. Well, how much calcium are you really getting out of that one little, because there's so much other, just junk inside of it.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of 95% of what's on the market, and you've seen that with GNC recently. It's all synthetic, so it's not water soluble, so it won't break down in your system, so it becomes just basically expensive urine. And you're like, oh, good, that was money
great.
well spent.
Well, there's always that commercial. I don't even know what company it's for, but it just kills me every time I hear it. They're like, yeah, I do want to eliminate waste in your body and toxic sludge. I'm like, oh, you're telling me I've got toxic sludge? Like, what does that mean?
Yeah.
So we're getting ready to go for a break. But so when you come back, can you tell us more about, so maybe like whether is it supplements or is it like a meal plan where I have to drink this in the day and then this for lunch and this in the dinner? Or is it more things that I would include, like Casey, you're saying, just getting our body back used to it. So
Absolutely.
yeah. And so Tashana, what's your phone number again? Where can they reach you at?
763-443-4705.
And your website is
www.yourhope.myevolve.com.
Great. Well, I'm Stephanie Havel with Wells Fargo Home Mortgage.
I'm Casey Thrash with the Eldridge and Stockwell team of RE/MAX Results.
I'm Dawn Eldridge with RE/MAX Results.
And stay tuned. We'll talk more with Tashana Bennett from Evolve and removing toxic sludge from our bodies.
We're going to do a little dance party to remove our toxic sludge.